Most people grow up believing retirement is the final reward for decades of hard work. Work steadily, save consistently, and eventually enjoy financial freedom later in life. But as living costs rise, pensions decline, healthcare becomes more expensive, and retirement ages continue shifting upward, many people are starting to question whether the system was ever designed to work the way they were promised. Today we will talk about the retirement age was never meant for you to actually reach. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, also subscribe to my channel. 10. Most people grow up believing retirement is guaranteed. From a young age, people are taught a simple financial formula. Work hard for decades, save money consistently, retire at a certain age, and finally enjoy life later. This idea became deeply connected to the modern definition of success. Retirement is presented almost like a promised reward, waiting at the end of a long working life. But very few people stop to question where this system came from, or whether it was ever truly designed for ordinary people to experience comfortably on a large scale. The uncomfortable reality is that the modern retirement system was built during a completely different economic era, with different life expectancies, different workforce structures, and different financial assumptions than the world we live in today. 9. The original retirement system was designed around shorter lifespans. When retirement systems first became widely established, average life expectancy was significantly lower than it is today. In many countries, retirement ages were introduced at a time when large numbers of workers would not spend decades collecting retirement benefits. In simple terms, the system originally assumed many people would either continue working longer or not live far beyond retirement age. But modern healthcare, technology, and living conditions gradually increased life expectancy. This created pressure on pension systems and governments, because people now spend much longer periods relying on retirement income than the original system anticipated. 8. Inflation quietly changed the meaning of retirement. One of the biggest hidden problems affecting retirement today is inflation. The cost of housing, healthcare, food, transportation, and daily living continues rising over time, while wages and savings often struggle to keep pace. This means that the amount of money once considered enough for retirement decades ago no longer provides the same financial security today. Many people spend years saving without realizing how much inflation reduces purchasing power over long periods. As a result, reaching retirement age does not automatically guarantee financial freedom anymore. 7. The system depends on continuous workers supporting retirees. Most public retirement systems operate on a structure where current workers help support retired populations through taxes and contributions. This creates a demographic balancing problem. When populations age and birth rates decline, fewer workers may be supporting larger retired populations. Governments then face difficult financial pressure, trying to sustain retirement systems over time. This is one reason many countries continue discussing raising retirement ages, reducing benefits, or restructuring pension systems entirely. The economic math becomes increasingly difficult when populations live longer, while workforce growth slows down. 6. Many people reach retirement with less savings than expected. Another major issue is personal financial readiness. Large numbers of people reach their later years carrying debt, limited savings, rising healthcare expenses, or unstable income sources. Economic instability, layoffs, wage stagnation, and increasing living costs make long-term saving difficult for many households. Even disciplined savers may discover that retirement requires far more money than they originally estimated. This creates a situation where many people continue working longer not because they want to, but because financially they feel they have no choice. 5. Modern work culture encourages endless consumption. One reason retirement feels increasingly difficult is because modern economies are heavily built around consumption. People are constantly encouraged to upgrade lifestyles, finance purchases, accumulate debt, and spend money continuously. Credit systems make it easier to consume today, while delaying financial consequences into the future. Over decades, this reduces long-term savings potential significantly. The system benefits when people keep working, borrowing, spending, and participating in economic activity continuously. Retirement, on the other hand, represents reduced productivity and reduced consumption from an economic perspective. 4. Healthcare costs become a major retirement threat. As people age, healthcare expenses often increase dramatically. Medical treatments, medications, insurance costs, and long-term care can consume large portions of retirement savings unexpectedly. Even individuals who planned carefully financially may struggle with rising healthcare costs later in life. This creates additional pressure because retirement planning is not only about replacing income, it is also about preparing for unpredictable future expenses. Healthcare inflation alone has become one of the biggest risks facing retirees globally. 3. The traditional retirement model is becoming less stable. Previous generations often relied on pensions, stable long-term employment, and predictable retirement benefits. Modern workers increasingly face different realities: gig work, unstable career paths, weaker pension systems, automation risk, and shifting economic conditions. This means the traditional retirement model is becoming less reliable for many people. Younger generations increasingly realize they may need to build multiple income streams, invest independently, or continue working in some form far beyond traditional retirement age, simply to maintain financial security. 2. Financial freedom and retirement are not the same thing. One of the biggest mindset shifts happening today is the realization that retirement and financial freedom are different concepts. Traditional retirement assumes working continuously until reaching a specific age. Financial freedom focuses more on building enough assets, income streams, and flexibility to gain control over time and lifestyle choices earlier. Many people are beginning to question whether waiting until old age to enjoy freedom actually makes sense. 1. The real truth about retirement. The deeper truth about retirement is not necessarily that there was a secret plan designed against ordinary people. It is that the system itself was built around economic assumptions that no longer fully match modern reality. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.